Hey, what's up? What's up? So this video is gonna be on the 6 meals a day. I'm gonna do two separate videos in comparison. So the 6 meals a day, when I was doing I eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would eat 6+ meals a day when I was competing. And and so the first of all, the money. The money for the consistent food intake that I needed was definitely very, very, very high. I believe I was spending at the time, I was into it, I was heavily into it. So I was spending anywhere from $120 every 2 to 3 days, sometimes $300 to $600 a week on food, right? And that was just a range for me. And then the other thing is that I would always be in the kitchen, always in the kitchen, always in the kitchen, literally always in the kitchen for hours, cooking for Sunday to Wednesday, then like Wednesday to like Friday, Saturday, then hopefully I have food left, and then and then go back to the supermarket again. Then so that's the other those are the things, like a lot of food, always in the kitchen. And so after eating all of that food, the body requires tremendous amount of sleep. And when I say sleep, I believe I would sleep anywhere from, I would get regular days like 7, 6, 7 hours, but there were days where I would knock out and not even know I was asleep. It would be about 10 to 12 hours. Because back then I was like 21, 22, and I no rent to pay or whatever like that. So you can hold on to your money a little bit easier, and you can say, hey mom, you know I'm training for a competition, da, 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 so with that being said, so I would spend okay, the other thing is that uh weighing the meals, oh man, that was a really big part too, because no matter what, if it was an ounce off or 2, 3 ounces off, as a matter of fact, if it was an ounce off, it threw everything off for the day. And I remember um, dieting for a competition, and I did about 6 months straight, and I ate three chocolate chip cookies, and I sent the pictures to my coach, and she saw where the fat actually went to. It was very interesting. So in the means, I learned how 3 cookies can throw off almost 7 days of work, and almost everything off actually. So that's when I learned the discipline. I was age 23 when I was under her coaching. Yeah, so she definitely taught me a lot when it comes to like dieting and stuff like that, and timing. Um, Going forward, so the downfalls is that as far as the book How to Eat to Live, that if you eat more than once a day, then you're damaging your stomach. So I had that in the back of my head, but I wanted to do bodybuilding, and it was fun, and it's fun putting on muscle, and it's fun seeing the results, and it's fun seeing the transformation. It's a lot of fun. It is. But the downfall is that because I would eat a lot, would get sick more often. The common cold, or the consistent headache periodically. Like a slight headache, not like something crazy, but like a headache, and having to go to the gym. So the gym memberships, the follow-throughs, the follow-ups, and also too energy wise. So energy wise, I always had energy for workouts. Of course, there were days where I woke up, I was like, whatever. But when you're dieting a certain way, and it's consistent, and it's disciplined, you'll always have quality energy, because by the time you go to sleep, you already know you did all the vitamins you needed to do, and you did all of the carbs, fats, and proteins and sugars that you needed to do, and water as well. So yeah, and that's what made it awesome. And but eating all day, I knew in the back of my head, like, yo, you're shortening your life. And that's the other thing too. So when competing, here's the part that's really unspoken of. Money runs out, because of the job or whatever. And so I'm gonna close out with this. So money wise, this is where I understand and understood that, back then I was buying McDonald's. I was buying McDonald's by like 4 or 5 burgers because it's cheap, and then I have meals for later on. Or I would buy Chinese food and have 3 or 4 meals out of that. I would buy, got to a point where I was buying Wendy's and Burger King a lot between the ages of 20 and 24 because I was competing. And then if you go run out of food, or if you food from actually you eating it all too, because your metabolism is picking up and your weight is good, you'll go buy things that it's easy to buy things so that you can think that you're getting the protein, the carbs, and the fats, and the sugars, and all that stuff like that, on season and off season. And that's what made it interesting. So I do get it when we do like to buy McDonald's and Burger King and Chinese food and corner store heroes. I would do that and then cut it up into 4 or 5 pieces. Yeah, man, it was very interesting, very, very, very interesting. And so I would feel like my eyes getting blurry. I would feel, although I would be very athletic, very flexible, testosterone levels was high, mental clarity, because you know you're on the path. But the flip side is that you know your life is going to be, well, I knew that my kidneys were overdoing it. I knew that my stomach was overdone. I knew that I probably ate something that I shouldn't have ate and still kept eating. And on top of that, all of the 10 to 30 vitamins a day to take, so this is why I will be in the next video pointing out the benefits of fasting and training. Peace.